In an era lost to time, the island continent of Atlantis thrived. It was a marvel of crystal technology and harmonious living, powered by a gigantic central energy crystal known as the Heart of Poseidon. The capital city, a series of concentric rings of water and land, gleamed with orichalcum-covered buildings. The wise and just High Priestess Kairen guided the people in balance with nature and the advanced powers of the crystal, which provided light, healed the sick, and fueled their majestic vessels. The powerful faction, led by the ambitious General Krathos, grew dissatisfied with peaceful prosperity. They believed Atlantis's power was meant for conquest, not contemplation. Krathos and his followers began experiments to weaponize the smaller energy crystals, creating destructive beams and shields. The first test, a demonstration that vaporized a distant mountain, was met with both awe and horror by the Atlantean High Council. High Priestess Kairen confronted Krathos, warning that his path would violate the sacred laws of nature and lead to ruin. A great schism divided the people. Those loyal to Kairen's peaceful ways were ostracized. Knowing a dark future was inevitable, Kairen secretly ordered the construction of a great fleet of advanced ships. Under cover of a festival night, she and thousands of loyalists fled Atlantis, carrying with them sacred knowledge and a small pure fragment of the Heart of Poseidon. Empowered by his new weapons, Krathos led the Atlantean war fleet across the ocean. They easily subdued the coastal kingdoms of the Mediterranean and finally set their sights on the proud nascent democracy of Athens. The Athenians, though technologically primitive, were fierce and fought with cunning and courage for their homeland, surprising the overconfident Atlanteans and initially repelling their attacks. Enraged by the stalemate, Krathos made a fateful decision. He returned to Atlantis and, against the warnings of his own scientists, forced the Heart of Poseidon to its maximum output to unleash a weapon of unimaginable scale. The crystal, corrupted by violent use, began to resonate at a frequency that strained the very tectonic plates beneath the island. The planet reacted. The skies darkened as volcanic eruptions tore through the paradise. The earth shook with such violence that the concentric rings of the capital shattered. Then, with a deafening roar, the ocean began to reclaim the land. Massive tsunamis, hundreds of feet high, swallowed the cities, fields, and mountains of Atlantis, dragging them into the abyssal depths. As the island sank, a single warship, one that had been damaged in the war and was docked for repairs, managed to lift off. It was commanded not by a warrior, but by Lysandra, a young scientist who had opposed Krathos. The ship, battered by earthquakes and ash, broke through the storm clouds just as the final peak of Atlantis vanished beneath the waves. Lysandra's ship, along with a few other scattered vessels that escaped, became the ark for the last of Atlantis. They scattered across the world, seeking refuge in remote corners. Some landed in Egypt, sharing knowledge of architecture and astronomy. Others reached the Americas, while Lysandra's group found a secluded valley in the Himalayas, using their last crystal to build a hidden sanctuary. Over generations, the survivors integrated with local populations. Their advanced knowledge faded into myth and legend. The story of the Great Flood, the advanced civilization, and the proud people who angered the gods became a common thread in cultures worldwide. From the dialogues of Plato in Greece to flood myths in Mesoamerica and the Middle East. The hidden fragment of the Heart of Poseidon, safeguarded by Lysandra's lineage, still pulses with a faint light in its secret mountain temple. It waits not to be used as a weapon, but as a key, a reminder and a warning. The story of Atlantis became a legend, a question mark on the map of history, inspiring explorers and dreamers for millennia to wonder, was it just a story? And if it was real, could it happen again?